absolutely magical in this place. It always seems to work out our way. And they've got the numbers to prove it. This Dawg pound, the student section guys, they're hostile, they're relentless.
But, this is called in the Dawg pound, and you played in some of the biggest games ever in this place. And the student section, the arena was obviously electric. What was it like to have the home games, to have the pack, the sellouts, the Dawg pound going crazy, jumping around before starting lineups? How was that adrenaline in you before the games?
Man, that's a feeling that I don't think I can ever duplicate. I try to duplicate it to this day. I try to run so many miles to duplicate it, but there's no feeling to ever do it, man. Just being here and the community and the support you have and the work that you put in to get there, and just hearing that response back from the crowd, man, you can't duplicate it. I remember, I think we were playing Creighton, and we got up on them pretty big, and they played they played that, and they called the timeout. I'm coming off just yelling like this, and all of a sudden I'm lightheaded. The whole arena's spinning. I'm like, I gotta chill out before I pass out. You know what I mean?
And our cameraman is not jumping up and down. He's just standing there, but everyone else in the arena is.
No, man, that feeling can't be duplicated, man, but it can't be forgotten either, you know? So I'm appreciative of the time, the fans here.
I mean, you got to win your last game on this arena, on this floor. You got to cut down the nets. You got your first baby dunk ever in college.
Yeah, that was a big boy dunk, man. That was a Bryan right there. I brought it back like this.
But I mean, just to cut down the nets, win a Missouri Valley regular season championship as a senior at home on senior night. How special was that day?
That was big time, man. I know I had a lot of feelings going into that game. It's always difficult for me to see something end, and I knew the season was ending, man, and I knew it was going to be a new chapter of my life and a different chapter, and probably one that I wasn't going to enjoy and feel that genuine feeling that I felt here.
Yeah.
And it was mixed emotions, man, because I was so sad for that to be my last game and be leaving Carbondale and see this chapter end. But at the same time, it was just like super great feeling to know we won the conference tournament. We lived up to the expectations. All the hard work we put in paid off. So it was mixed emotions for sure. I know I cried. I'm a crier, man. I'm a crier. So I know I cried in the beginning. That's one of those situations like don't blink, don't move your head this way or that way. But it was mixed emotions, but great.
Yeah. I mean, there's to have the whole community on the court, while you're cutting down the nets is something that I never got to do, and just to do it as a senior, it's just, I even think about how special that is for you guys, for you and TY, and how much you guys gave to the program, rewinding to my freshman year, your junior year, you guys lost a lot of guys from the previous team, lost in the second round to Oklahoma State, and there was still a lot of expectations, and you guys had a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And there's a couple specific moments I remember from that year. First we start the season off, we go to Alaska, we lose to Monmouth, we lose to Alaska
Anchorage. Yep.
And then I remember in the hotel before that next game, I was with you and TY, and you were pulling me aside and said, like, we got to fix this.
Yeah.
We got to fix this. And you came to me as a freshman and was like, B, I need your help. And then the other moment from that year that really sticks out to me that I talk to my team about all the time is when we didn't win the regular season conference championship. And before the Valley tournament, we talked to each other again, and there was no hesitation. We were just like, we got to win this thing.
Yep.
And there was no doubt, there was no hesitation. We're just like, we're going to win the Valley tournament.
Yes, sir.
And that mindset, I think, is so special. And
right. You know what? That was a difficult season, man. I remember we lost the SLU that year, right?
Yep.
We lost the SLU that year. We lost a lot of games, and it wasn't like we just weren't clicking at the time. And I don't know what it was. I think Tony and I had new expectations, and I think we were trying to do too much. I think. I'll speak for myself. I was trying to do too much. I didn't know how to take on that leadership role. That we had what, Stetson, Darren, who were great leaders the year before.
For sure.
And it was Sly. No, Sly was the year before, but we had great leaders, and then to come into that leadership position, and for me, I wasn't super vocal leader. I try to do some leading by example, but it was tough shoes to fill when Darren and Stetson left. Tough season, and I remember It was Evansville. We lost to Evansville too, didn't we? Towards the end of the season, and we had that little talk in the locker room. That's where I kind of like lost it, man. And I was like, we have to do something. We have to fix it. But sometimes it takes a group to lead. It doesn't take one person to lead. It takes a group and everyone being bought into who the leaders are and who needs to follow. It was like, I was humble enough to be like, B, come on, man. I need you to say something. Open your mouth. I know you're quiet, but I need you to, like, leading by example is cool, but let's do this together. Yeah. You know, and it changed from there.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, we had, you and T.Y. were juniors, Matt Randall. They were sophomores. I was a freshman. Wesley was a freshman. TB was a freshman. That was a young team to go in, fight through the adversity, and then still, win the, conference tournament, and obviously continue that NCAA streak. And then going into my sophomore year, senior year, we had everyone coming back.
Yep.
And, I think we knew we had a chance to do something special that year. And I think going through all that stuff our first year, allowed us to be special that 2007 year. And, our group was really close off the court too. Yep. We hung out all the time. We made sure that, we took care of each other off the court. And I think that allowed us to have success. And, obviously one of the biggest games that stands out is that Butler game at Hinkle, where you kind of just took it to another level, and put us on your back. And made play after play, and Butler was top 10, top 15 in the country, sold out crowd. That was a historic performance in terms of Saluki basketball.
That was big time, man. But that was big time from all of us. There was not a moment. There were some games that were close where I'm like, oh man, I think we got this, but we just got to see how this plays out. That Butler game, did you know the whole time? I knew the whole time we were going to win that game. We were connected the whole way, in sync the whole way, and I knew it, man. We all made plays. We made big stops. I remember Tyrone making a couple big plays game, big rebounds, big plays, big buckets. Wesley had a couple big plays. Everyone chipped in and did their part though. But that was a game where I was like, okay, we're good. We're good. They're good, but we're better. You know what I mean? And that's like, okay, we finally. That junior year, what I wanted us to be, it kind of carried over, and that's the point where I knew we could get to, you know. But that was a big time game, and there was not a moment in that game where even when it got close, they hit a big shot. There wasn't a moment where I knew we weren't going to come back and make a big play and get a big stop and win the game.
That year I thought we were a Final Four team. I really did. The way we guarded, obviously with the leadership that we had from you guys, and then obviously playing Kansas in the Sweet 16. Do you ever think about that game? Does that game ever go back to it?
I do, man. I do. And I thought we were a Final Four team at the beginning of that season. I said it, man. I was talking to, I think it was Christian Cornelius, man.
And we were a 4 seed in that tournament.
And we were ranked.
Nowadays is 10 seeds, 9 seeds for us to be a 4 seed.
And we were ranked going in, like AP ranked going into that, right? We were 12 or 10 or something. Yeah, we were up there. But we should have been. We were a good team, man. And towards the end, I think they got a couple plays that went in their way. They hit some big shots though down the stretch, and that's what high major players do. But we had the talent to do it for sure. We just had a couple injuries, and they played a good game. We played a good game. They won it, you know.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna end it with a little thing we do in our program. It's called 0.5 seconds.
Oh my goodness! All right, man.
You got this. So we tell our guys
how cerebral is this, man?
0.5 seconds to pass, shoot, or dribble. So you got 0.5 seconds to answer the questions.
Okay.
So you got to just answer these questions as quick as you possibly can.
I can work with that. I can do that. Come on.
Got that?
I can do it.
Favorite restaurant in Carbondale?
Giant City. Okay. Oh, is that actually in Carbondale? Harbaugh's Cafe.
Giant City, Harbaugh's, okay. Mm-hmm. Over, under 50 parking tickets in your SIU career?
Over. And now we are more than 50 because Bryan Mullins told me to park somewhere that I was not allowed to park.
I didn't tell you to park there. You just parked there.
You did. I followed him to the spot.
Best win of your career here?
Butler.
Best individual performance of your career?
Butler.
Kansas?
Even with the sticky ball.
Favorite Valley Arena to play in?
Ours.
Nice.
In Wichita State.
In Wichita?
Yep.
All right. Funniest teammate you played with?
Tony Young. I gotta go with Tony.
Tony Young?
Yeah. Tony was up there,
Okay. All right. Out of all the places you ever played in front of, all the student sections you ever played in front of, what was the best student section?
Ours, easily.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it, Bryan.